I'm Dan,
I'm Lucky.
I'm William.
and this is Neat Plans and Poor Decisions. All right, welcome in, everybody. I am super excited to try what's in front of us. This is something I've been seeking out for the last couple months since it got released. It's got a ton of hype in all aspects of the bourbon world, both secondary and just anybody talking about bourbon has been talking about this Jack Daniel's Batch 1 14 year. And I have been seeking out a bottle and was unable to find a bottle, so I ended up buying a little sample so we could at least get it on the podcast and put it in a Glen. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, I am absolutely looking forward to this. We pre-nosed it a little bit earlier, and it smells exciting.
Yes, it does. And the color of it's great. It looks thick and oily. It's what I want, I think. Mm-hmm. Oh, baby.
Mm. Oh, gosh.
It is dark sweet.
I'm just going to say it again. It smells like King of Kentucky.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are in the Brown Foreman realm here with Jack Daniels, but
In the Brown Foreman cinematic universe.
I don't expect to, when I stick my nose in the Glen, to say this Tennessee whiskey smells like King of Kentucky, but it sure does.
Oh, man. It smells so good.
It's almost got, it's got those deep, dark, rich notes, like, Demerara sugars and, like, those dark caramelized sugars to me. But there's also, like, a really pleasant floral thing to me that I can capture at the end of that nose as well.
I don't get that. I get a lot of the deeper things that you're talking about.
There's like
almost like a
brown
brandy
sugar.
almost to me.
Maybe that's
like a really deep, rich.
Yeah.
This needs a bigger.
I think it's honeysuckle. I think that I'm catching in between some of those dark notes. I don't know.
I'm
gonna try it.
Something we just talked about was that coffee cake. I'm getting that on this. Brown sugar coffee cake.
Holy crap.
Like cinnamon roll even almost.
I believe the front palate just outdrank the nose, which blew me away. Now, mid too, but then the finish went a little. I kind of caught some Tennessee whiskey notes there, a little like minerality.
A little bit of classic Jack Daniel's profile.
But it's pretty dang good.
I tasted on the end too.
Yeah, the finish wasn't 100% what I was expecting after the nose, the front, and the mid. Yeah, it's very exciting. It's a very exciting.
Absolutely. Wow.
Man, the front and the mid palate is amazing.
Yeah.
There's something about the end I don't care for.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
On the mid palate there.
Yeah, absolutely. There definitely is a huge nuttiness on the palate. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
It does remind me of so many other things that I love.
I mean,
Yes.
to me, this is like JD10, but like just amped up.
Yeah, on steroids. Absolutely.
I can easily say this is my favorite Jack Daniel's product that I've ever tried.
It's in the conversation.
It's definitely in there for me.
I had one in particular really, really spectacular single barrel strength rye from them that I don't know. It's top 3 I've drank in the last 6 months.
The 155 proof Coy Hill.
Yeah, that one's spectacular.
Pretty
The
spectacular.
144.7 Coy Hill I had was spectacular. But, I mean, what's the proof on this guy? 126.3?
120 something, yeah.
What did it say? I'm going to steal this. 126.3. How about you, memory?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Turns out all that drinking didn't do anything.
I'm going to keep doing it.
I do like this, but I'll say I don't like the finish on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just something about the start to the finish that I don't like. There's that minerality comes through. Like I'm kind of like on a Dickel product.
That's all I taste.
Which I don't love. But then after it's gone, that kind of goes back away, and my mouth just tastes like I don't know. Yeah, like ate a piece of crumb cake.
The nose, the front palate, the mid palate, I love it all. The end, I could take or leave.
Yeah, I mean, I see why there is all the hype around this bottle. I am happy to see it backtracking on price on secondary a little bit, so maybe I'll be able to get one.
On the second sip, the finish is better, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
But it's still there.
It's there.
And like I said, it's like right after the mid palate going into the finish, there's like this big minerality that shows up that.
I might even call it medicinal.
Oh, we're bringing out the big M word again.
Man.
Is it as specifically medicinal as the rolled out paper on,
No,
on the
no,
doctor's
it's not.
bed medicinal, or is it
No, it's not that specific.
Doctor's hitting you on the knee,
Yeah.
checking the reflex over here a little bit.
Cough twice.
No, really, the more you go back to it, the less of that note I'm
I
getting.
do. I agree with
Even
that.
on the third pass, it's like almost not even there anymore.
Yeah, well, yours is gone, so.
Well, that's because it was pretty delicious.
I'm doing a real effort to try and savor this a little bit more because I am enjoying it so much. But so this is distilled down at their facility in Tennessee. This is not just to be clear.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about King of Kentucky, and this is actually distilled at the Jack Daniel's facility. It is aged by them. It is not something that is just a Brown Forman product that is then shipped out through Jack Daniel's label.
Absolutely, it's the old Tennessee.
Yo,
Jack
Tennessee
Daniel's.
whiskey.
Yeah.
14 years old at barrel strength.
It's my understanding that they're bringing all of the old Jack Daniel's age-stated products back, which means that coming soon or maybe in the next few years, there should be an 18-year as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've heard that murmur as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if this is like,
If it keeps getting better.
yeah, if this is a look ahead,
Yeah.
I am very excited to try that product as well. I mean,
The
this is
back end
killer.
as well. I'm almost getting like a hay or like a grassy kind of note, like almost like the dust in a rickhouse. If you sort of laid down some hay on the floor of a rickhouse, and you got the combination of that rickhouse smell combined with a little bit of that hay.
Is that their charcoal coming through a little bit, maybe? Or
Yeah.
What's that called? Something county process?
The was it Nelson?
Lincoln County. Lincoln County process. I don't know. I do like it.
I love it.
I
I think
don't
it's got
love the
great
finish.
mouthfeel. It's got a crazy good nose. And when it first hits your palate, it is wildly exciting. The mid palate is delicious. The finish at the very end is very delicious. But there was like a one hiccup in the step for me there. But I would absolutely myself go buy a bottle of
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd
And
buy
I'm
a
going
bottle.
to. Yeah.
I'd buy a bottle of this even at secondary just to experience how it changes over time.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I got this sample about 3 weeks ago, and we did just crack it and let it breathe, which has been killing me because I've been desperate to try it for a couple months. But
You've just been slowly sniffing on this for about
no,
3 or 4.
I cracked the wax on it and sniffed it then, and I was like, I honestly wasn't that impressed initially on the fresh crack, but I knew out of that tiny little spout it was going to be hard to get a real nose. And as soon as we got it in the Glen, it was like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
He even sent it to my house so he wouldn't drink it.
That's right.
Didn't fancy yourself going out and buying a whole second one.
had to tie my hands on it a little bit. You know?
I mean, I do really like this. Even saying I don't like the finish of it, I still really like it.
Yeah, I would rank this very highly amongst releases this year. Maybe best I've had so far this year.
Oh, this is better than anything we've reviewed on this podcast so far.
No,
Are we
not
saying this is better than
that
the
was
Watch
been
Hill?
released. No,
Okay.
that any brand has released to the market in 2025 that I have tried.
Okay. So of the 2025 releases, we're 4 months into,
Yeah.
3.5 months into
So,
2025.
to me, I think this is the best I've tried so far.
Yeah, I haven't tried anything that I thought was better than this from 2025.
Now, a lot of the distilleries do their big releases at the end of the year, so
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
this review is subject to change, but currently,
subject
absolutely.
to multiple asterisks.
Yes.
But I have seen multiple contents about this being whiskey of the year, which I don't know if I
It's
would-
going to get a lot of hype.
I mean,
for
that
that.
is
Oh,
a
it's
big
gonna get a
pull
lot.
midway through April.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I think that it's just, it's some people view that differently when you view a release that goes, to the masses kind of.
As of right now, this is what I want in my Glen when I'm yelling at horses on the first weekend in May. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that.
All right. Well,
Quit buying it though, so the secondary price comes
Yeah.
down.
yeah. Everybody boycott, boycott, boycott.
Yeah.
Forget our review. It's terrible.
Yeah.
The finish is terrible. I said it already.
I'll give you 800 for a pair. Thank you.
Yeah, I would buy it for that.
All right. I think it's time we spin the wheel.
Spinning the wheel.
All right, today sample roulette. Thanks to you guys out there, especially all in Williams Pick Group that have sent us some new samples. We've got 10 samples on the wheel. Danielle behind the camera is the only one in the room who knows what they are, and we're gonna see what we get today.
Spin, baby, spin.
Be good, be a punishment, be what it is. Number 4 today.
Ooh, number 4.
Lucky number 4.
All right, and that's not a number we've ever spun up before. So
I was actually just thinking the same thing. I'm like, have we ever hit 4 before?
I was like,
No.
if it hits 8 again, I'm gonna be ticked.
yeah, right.
Well, she changes.
I know they're changed every time. I just like to see the wheel doing its work.
All right,
From
I'm
across the room, looking
Yeah.
at the color,
trying to already assess.
looks like a younger product.
Yeah,
We'll
we
see
shall
here.
see.
Or light whiskey.
We
Oh,
haven't.
if it's a light whiskey, I'd be excited.
We haven't really been punished yet.
No, we haven't had a true punishment.
We haven't had
whiskey
a
yet.
true punishment whiskey yet.
They do exist on the wheel.
I know I'm getting complacent. I'm just assuming it's going to be Will at 17 every
Camera
time.
shot that. Give them all a look at the color. It is actually, when I'm closer up to it, from across the room, I thought it looked lighter than it does now in the Glen. It actually has a decent color to it. The wheel might have been
Okay.
friendly.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. It's definitely got different notes coming off what we just drank.
Like lighter.
Lighter, a little bit of honey, a little bit of sugars,
It definitely does have that,
like a syrupy note.
man, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Everything you guys are saying makes me think it's light whiskey, but it doesn't
Citrus
smell.
and anise are jumping to me.
Well, there's only one way
Like
to really.
big time star anise to me, but like with orange peel.
Lot of orange
lemon
peel.
zest.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I do not like that.
I'm getting a few rye notes when I'm digging back in.
You know, people are going to hate me for saying this, but, you know, this reminds
Ooh.
me of Ben Holiday.
Oh, dear.
And I don't like, everyone's so high on Ben Holiday, and I don't like anything that I've ever tasted.
What is that mid palate?
It's like very,
Wheat.
Yeah.
It's weedy to me.
and it goes like bitter coffee, which like doesn't
yes.
match anything
Like-
on the
Oh,
nose.
like
Cold brew
instant
coffee, that's what it tastes
Yes.
People here in America aren't particularly
Yes.
used to the concept of instant coffee. You guys have a lot of the brewed coffee and the
I would
pots and things
normally-
like that, or you have like an espresso. But back when I was growing up, you would get this product called International Roast, and it was the cheapest instant coffee that you could purchase. And if you ever ate a spoonful of that,
Oh, God.
you would know what this whiskey predominantly tastes like.
Yeah, my
I've
mouth
never
really
had
does.
that, but it tastes like cold brew coffee to me.
Yeah, there are some big, undeniable coffee notes that come out, which is so different than what I was smelling on the nose. I'm curious now when I go back to the nose if
don't
some of
wanna
that
taste it
stands there. I'm not as offended by it.
I'm offended.
It just tastes so different nose to palate, but
offended
and
by
it sure the heck isn't that Jack 14. But
Sorry if you sent this in.
Yeah.
I don't 100% dislike it. Like it's just different. Yeah, on the nose, I'm still just. It's like anise. It's not as bright.
It's not good.
It's no. And I get that we're coming off a very, very nice whiskey that we just tried here, but that is so different and so far away from anything that is a traditional either rye or bourbon note. I'm guessing I'm going out on my plank yet again, and I'm saying that it's a bourbon. I'm also saying that it's under 100 proof.
The way it's rolling off the sides of my tongue and like sending this thing down the middle of my tongue towards the back of my palate, that is something I normally get on a wheat.
Yeah.
the note that I tasted in there, I normally get from Weeders.
But I just
tasted
don't
this.
know that I get a lot of bitter coffee ever off of wheat, so it's got me a little perplexed.
Some
here.
sort of weeded bourbon. That would be my guess.
Wheated with maybe like a malted rye in it.
Maybe. I've never tasted anything like this before.
Yeah, this is a truly unusual one.
Yeah.
Like a one-off new riff or something. Like
It's going to be some kind of strange barrel finish.
It has.
I'm
This
not
was-
sure I'm getting a lot of finish notes unless it's like some sort of
Something's done
coffee
that to
deal.
the whiskey.
I
Like,
don't know.
coffee barrel is not a thing, right? Nobody's brewed a whole bunch of coffee in a barrel and
I don't
then
think
dumped
so.
it out and then aged whiskey in the barrel afterwards.
I don't think so. I think there has been some coffee bean stuff.
There's barrel aged coffee, so maybe you could reuse the barrel.
Yeah. Oh, what's it?
But I don't
I
think that that's what we're talking about. To me, it doesn't taste finished. To me, I'm not.
I think this is craft whiskey.
If someone, okay, on my scale of ranking things, sometimes I go like, if somebody gave me a pour of this, would I drink it? If somebody gave me a bottle of this, would I drink the whole thing or drink some of it and give it away? This is somewhere in that mid range. You give me a pour of this, I'm going to drink it. I might even order a second one. I'm not drinking a whole bottle of this.
I think you're adventurous on the second order.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not that offended by it personally.
So Dan likes it, and we don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like it. I just don't hate it.
I think this is some sort of craft whiskey.
I think this one's going to stun us and be something that's like more everyday than we think. But maybe that holiday call is good. Like I could maybe if I had to, it tastes familiar enough that I feel like I have tried this product before, and I could see other people's palates really lending to this product in a lot of ways. Like there's a lot of notes that are, it's sweet, it sticks with me a little bit. It doesn't drink real hot by any means. Like if I'm going proof wise, I'm in the lower 100s. I'm thinking.
Yeah, under 100, easy.
Yeah, I was thinking bottled and bond, maybe.
Yeah, I'm right around 100 to 105 ish probably, and I just feel like it's a more everyday approacher for some people, where we're lucky and a little bit spoiled and drink a lot of high grade, high proof stuff, and this doesn't quite live up to that bill of things. But it's not a bad whiskey.
It reminds me of the Ben Holiday weeded stuff that's like aged in a cave or something like that.
Like, it's definitely got the sweetness.
I mean, that would add up on wheat, familiar to me, and proof wise, that's 100. So
Is it?
I guess if we had to throw a dart, that's where I would guess.
That's what
but I
I
really have no idea.
And then even if it's not that, I do think it's some sort of craft thing. Maybe it won't be. But
All right, let's
All
find
right.
out.
Time to find out.
New Riff, winter whiskey.
whiskey.
It is a one-off new Riff, man.
Okay.
Let's go. 100 proof.
Look at that.
All right. I was like,
That's
man.
almost,
that-
yeah, I mean, I think we've got it now almost 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Just been able to actually nail pretty much what it is.
I was like, the new Riff thing just kind of made sense that it could be that to me, because so many of their products that they do are one-off versions, and like there was some familiarity to me in there, but it was one I actually haven't tasted that exact new Riff. So
I don't know if I've tasted it if it's the brand new one. I
it's
don't
the
think I've tasted
2024. It says 100. We were all over the proof.
it. I
You
might have
know,
actually got him that bottle. I can't remember. It's just kind of funny. I got him some new riffs recently. The guy who sent that in.
okay.
What on earth constitutes a winter whiskey?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know anything
When you
about it.
said new riff, I was thinking in my head. I said winter wheat, but then that's not the name of it. I guess it's winter whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had this bottle.
Is
I
it
had
weeded?
this from a couple years ago, and I actually didn't mind it. This I don't like it.
Is it weeded? Do we know?
I don't know.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to look up and see if we were right
Yeah.
about that too.
Find that out.
It's a unique pour to me. Like I said, from how it went from floral to like so much darker on the palate. Like I almost never experienced that. If it smells floral, it normally drinks floral. So to go floral to bitter coffee, like that's from one extreme to another. Well, the wheel
The
teaches
wheel
us
has,
as we go.
Yeah.
As the wheel turns.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are the glens of our lives.
65 corn, 20 malted oats, 7 pale oats, and 3 chocolate malt.
That's the malt. That's the
Whoa.
malt.
So
Okay.
malt is doing
Yeah.
that, and what malted oats?
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
strange mash bill. No wonder.
Chocolate
No wonder
malt.
that
Yeah,
was-
that one's adding up now a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's where that coffee note's coming from.
Yeah, that's
chocolate
just that.
malt.
And like that thing that we would associate as wheat being a malted oat, like that's going to be a different grain. Like, okay, I'm not
Yeah.
mad at any part of our dissection of that, really.
No.
Especially, we've never tried, or you've tried.
I've tried it.
I've never tried that one.
I haven't tried the 2024. I've tried the previous release. This is the first time I've had this one.
Well,
All right. Well,
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys, and
I can't decide whether the wheel has punished us or rewarded us. I think we're a split on that.
yeah, I'm not,
Right
I'm not
now.
necessarily calling it a reward, but I'm not necessarily calling that punishment either.
And regardless, thanks Ryan for sending that one in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we appreciate everybody who's sending some stuff in. We appreciate all of you listening and viewing us, and share the good word. Give us a like, a subscribe, a follow.
Yep.
And stay classy out there, bourbon drinkers.